On February 7th, 1972, I saw the Porsche in the showroom and went in and bought the Porsche right on the spot. And I have driven it and maintained it for the last 53 years. My Porsche 912 was entered in a touring concours sponsored by the Lone Star region of the Porsche Club of America in January 2025, just a few months ago. And it scored 179.3 out of 180 possible points. It won first place in Division 3, which was the 1965 to 1973 Porsche 912 and Porsche 911 category. And I bought it after graduating from Texas A&M and going to work in Pennsylvania. And I loved driving that car on the curvy roads in the Latrobe State Park in Pennsylvania, northeast of Pittsburgh. In 1984, since my daughter was born in 1969, the same year the car was born, we decided that when she turned 16, that should be her car. I sobered up the next day and forgot about it, but when she was 15, she and my wife reminded me that I needed to do something about the car. The engine had been removed and was sitting on the floor in the garage because it needed a new generator. So we made a makeshift workbench in the garage by putting an old door on top of a couple of sawhorses. And my daughter and I picked up the engine and set it up on the workbench. And she proceeded under my instruction to take the engine apart, take the fan housing off, remove the generator, took the heads off. I took the heads, had them redone, brought them back, inspected the cylinders, and she put the engine back together under my supervision, put the fan housing back on, put the generator in, and we put the engine back in the car. And on the morning of her 16th birthday, we decided to start the car. So I got in it, tried to start it, wouldn't start, finally ran the battery down. We had to go inside, fix breakfast, came back out with the battery charger on. She said, let me try. So she jumped in the car. I said, no, this is not gonna work. She jumped in the car, she hit that ignition switch one time. That engine roared. And if I could have ever had a picture of that face, I remember it now. She drove the car throughout high school and then drove it for another 5 or 6 years while she was earning a bachelor's degree in architecture at the University of Texas. She begrudgingly allowed me to take the car back in the mid-1990s, and I've driven it 500 to 1,500 miles a year ever since, driving it to the golf course. The 912 was about 25 years old when she gave it back to me, so she had driven it when it was rapidly becoming an antique. Every moving part under the car, tie rod ends, ball joints, torsion bar bushings, engine supports, brake pads, cables, etc. Everything underneath the car was replaced in 2017 to 2018. The car drives exactly as brand new because everything under the car that moves has a replaceable bushing. All those bushings have been replaced, and so it's in like new condition in that sense. The car has always been garaged in Houston, Texas, except for the road trips during the summer. It's never been exposed to icy roads or any kind of corrosive environment. I drove the Porsche 912 to Colorado and Yellowstone Park on several consecutive Memorial Day weekends because I can enjoy driving it over the curvy mountain roads. In 1973, the starter went out in Colorado Springs on the first day of the trip. The dealer there, they said that it would take a week to get a starter in from the warehouse in Reno, the Porsche warehouse in Reno. I said no thank you, and decided that since I was in Colorado, I would just park the car on hillsides and slopes and let it get started by pushing in the clutch, letting the car drift down the hill, popping the clutch and starting the engine. Sometimes we couldn't find a slope to park it on, so I had to have my wife push the car. And so she claimed that she pushed that car all the way through Colorado. I've driven the car for many, many years, and I've really enjoyed it, but it's time to let it go.